J.J. Watt has signed with the Arizona Cardinals? Really, fam? This whole time, everybody was like, you know what? I'm glad J.J. leaving the Houston Texans. Could be like, you know what? He gonna get a chance to go on a really good team and be able to contend for a championship. He's getting older. Injuries have come along his way. We finally gonna get him a chance, give him a ring, and get out the wild card round. This man signs with Arizona. Come on, man. What you doing? You signed with Arizona? I know they gave him some pretty good money, but you done made your money. I thought you wanted the title. Arizona? Fam. D2, what's going on, everybody? This man went and signed with the Arizona Cardinals. Come on, man. You got to do better than that. Arizona? You could have went to Green Bay. Your quarterback is Aaron Rodgers. Y'all close to having a legit chance of winning a championship. You could have gone so many places. You went to Arizona. Arizona is not gonna win the division. Arizona, more than likely, even with J.J. Watt on that team, gonna finish what? Maybe third in that division. So that's who they decided to pick up. Good old J.J. Come on, man. What you doing? What do you all think about J.J. becoming an Arizona Cardinal? In my opinion, I'm like, this is just a horrible. I mean, it's a good move for Arizona, obviously, for them to get a good player. But it's like it's not an upgrade for if you're J.J. You leave the Houston Texans or to become Arizona Cardinal. Like, what? Come on, man. You got to do better, man. This is could have went to Pittsburgh, been with your brother. You know, Pittsburgh is always gonna have a good team. You could have been to Buffalo. Buffalo is a good team. Got a legit chance to win a division. You know, help them on the defensive side. Help them to help them to defeat Kansas City and stuff like that. You could have went there. You were like, nah, fam, we good in Arizona. What? Arizona? Come on, man. JJ, you had the chance to do something great. You might as well just retire. You went to Arizona to retire anyway, man. Like, what? You got to do better, man. JJ. James Jr. Watt. What are you doing? This is not dynamite. I know you said something like you always make bad decisions. You can't ever pick stuff right. Yep, you made a bad decision on that one. Hey, must be the money. You made a bad decision. What you doing, man? JJ, this is all a dream, right? I woke up, it was all a dream. JJ, what you doing? Yeah, it's not good, man. JJ did a no. My, I'm gonna get on out of here, man. JJ Watt, what you doing, man? You, what do y'all think, man? Everybody watching right now, let me know in the comment section, man. Did y'all think JJ did a good thing by coming to Arizona? I don't. I'm like, this is one of the worst free agent moves for an older player who's never won a championship I think I've ever seen. It's like if you go to Arizona, you might as well stay in Houston. Is Houston really in that bad of shape that Arizona's better? What's going on, awesome gamer? This is just yeah. You're right. I thought JJ. I mean, thought his ring chase me. Obviously, he's closer to his career. Go on a good team and give yourself a legit chance of winning a Super Bowl. But he was like, nah. I decided not to do it. Cardinals kid. We got JJ. Let's go. Go Cards. Oh, I just thought. See, okay, and it just hit me. I mean, obviously, DeAndre Hopkins had to have had a big impact on this. D Hop used to be the Texans. The Texans traded him to the Arizona Cardinals for a bag of chips and two chicken rings. So he was like, he called up JJ, like, hey man, come on here, join me, brother. We can do some good things in Arizona. So that's what it was. The DeAndre Hopkins, the furthest Cardinals getting is the NFC Championship. They would be lucky to make the playoffs. They would be extremely lucky to make the playoffs. You still gotta look at that division. That division has the Seattle Seahawks. Granted, we got to see what's going to happen with them with Russell Wilson. I think I think Russ is going to stay in Seattle, but you still got them. They're going to be there. The Rams are going to be there as well. Hopefully, we'll see if Stafford can stay healthy, but they, for the most part, will be there. We don't know what we're going to get out of San Francisco. Then it's Arizona. Arizona is at best in that division third. He said one person ain't changing nothing. For that team, no. They're not making the Super Bowl. They're not making the playoffs, in my opinion. That was a. Whew. What's going on? That's you got me. That was funny. But yeah, it's craziness. Like I don't care what anybody says. Ain't nobody see that coming. They ain't got a bunch of a lot of things, but they need. Hopefully, when the draft comes up, they can give Kyler Murray some more protection because he needs that in Arizona. I mean, you still got old man Larry Fitzgerald there on the offense. You got DeAndre Hopkins. They still got no good receivers outside of D Hop and Kirk. I think you just kind of just named them, but they do have good receivers. I mean, you got D Hopkins, one of the best in the league. Kirk, who I think is really good as well. You got Larry Fitzgerald to play that third, maybe even fourth receiver on that team. I think from a receiver point of view, they're in really good shape. So JJ might has so JJ might as well retire. No, get the money, man. But yeah, I don't think you're gonna win a Super Bowl anytime soon. So what's going on, Ian? you you popped me with that Biden 2020. That was funny to me. Peterson still ain't resigned yet. If he does, it doesn't. Even with a Peterson resign, I still don't see them being anything worse. I don't see them being anything better than a number three seed and at the own division. I don't see them making the play. I think Kyler is definitely getting better. He needs to get more protection. If the league, yeah, Drew Brees definitely needs to retire. In my opinion, if you look at that last game, he looked like he just didn't have it. I know he has a lot of injuries right now, but he is definitely older. I would love if the Saints were to be able to pull something off. I know they had the mayor come out and be like, do what we got to do to get Russell Wilson here. I would love that. I think that would be a complete game changer because Russell still young. He does not get hurt. He has a lot of play in him. The Falcons. I would say that they're both in the same boat. To be honest, the Falcons and the Cardinals are both in the same boat. JJ could have went to any team, and he chose the Cardinals. The Cardinals gave him that money. He was like, I ain't gonna win, but I'm gonna get paid, man. So paid. He's so paid. That's crazy though. It's like how Sway. If, say that again. If Russell Wilson leaves, the best team for him, either the Bears or the Saints. I'm not sure why people are so high on the Bears. I don't see it, but the Saints definitely would be a good trade for him. Like from an offense point of view, like I don't even think Arizona's bad. Don't get me wrong. I don't think Arizona's a bad team in a tough situation because of that division. I think because and I that's yeah, I think what's the stand as well. That's why I think Arizona's not the best place. I think he's gonna make the defense player he's gonna make the defense better if he stays healthy. Yes. And the offense I think is gonna keep coming along getting better. My only issue was that you gotta look at that division and he gets to join Hopkins again. Is that I don't even think they're gonna be bad. I just don't think they're better than, you know, like I said, Seattle, the Rams, and 49ers and the Rams. I think are going to be a toss up to see who's the third best team in that division. Now, if they keep the playoffs the way they did this year, that third team in that division still could potentially make the playoffs because it being so expanded and so many other teams have, a chance to make the playoffs than they normally would. They could potentially make the playoffs like that because you don't know because the NFC East is still probably going to be bad. Um, so they could potentially make it. Still would be kind of tough, but they could potentially. The Niners need to make a splash. The Rams just got Stafford. The Cardinals just got Watt. The division keeps getting better, and they just sit back and watch. Yeah, they got to figure out what they want to do with Jimmy G. If the 49ers get a good quarterback and some receivers, they're going to be way better. You just described a bunch of teams there. Like, man, we had a good quarterback and a good wide receiver. We'll be good. You kind of just named everybody there, but yeah, I get what you're saying, though. I think they need some more talent on that team. What the Packers should do with Aaron Rodgers? Absolutely nothing. Keep making him happy. Dude just won MVP. Get him some more weapons on defense, a better offensive line, improve that team more. I know they got Jordan Love, and eventually you're gonna have to figure out what you want to do with him. And I actually think Jordan Love is a good player. I think he's going to be in the same situation that Aaron Rodgers was being under Brett Favre. They're going to have to make that decision. I would stick it out with Rodgers until they can't no more. Much love. How's it going, everybody? I want to say hello to everybody who's tuning in right now. I am Jonathan Lyman of the Jonathan Lyman brand. We here talking about the big news. J.J. Watt has signed for what? He signed to the Arizona Cardinals? What? Yeah, I definitely think Russ staying. I think they're gonna do what they can to make him happy. But yeah, man, y'all come on in. Let me know what y'all think about this move, and we can just keep going. If y'all got other things you want to talk about, you can talk about it. This was definitely an impromptu live for me. I was actually getting things together. Cam Newton is going to the football. Oh, he's going to Washington. I'm not sold on Cam Newton right now. I mean, that would make sense him going with Vera, but I'm just not sold on Cam right now at all. Not the biggest Cam Newton fan at the moment, so we shall see what happens to him. I don't think he deserves all the blame. I don't think he deserves all the blame with New England, but I do think he deserves a lot. I just don't think I'm not the biggest fan of his. Bengals report AJ. It's been a long time, man. Long time, man. How's it going? Good. Maybe the Cards can get back to the 2015 form. Can't wait to see JJ and Chandler Jones together. Yeah, him and John. I think JJ Watt and Jones. Jeez. I'll try that again. I was trying to do a joke and it didn't work. I think JJ Watt and John Jones' little brother can do some pretty good things together. Like this definitely helps John Jones' little brother out a lot. Working with scrubs or what you would call a junior varsity team. I don't want no scrub. Um. Oh crap! I actually do have to get that together. I'm actually getting behind on some stuff. Um. Yeah. Yeah. I think that could work out. What's going on, everybody? We here talking about this. I don't know, man. But JJ, I think he definitely helps the defense. I'm and I'm gonna have to get up on the. Y'all can still. I got my Bluetooth in, so y'all can still hear me. You won't be able to see me for a second, but y'all can still hear me. I said I wasn't just prepared for this news. I just hopped up. Some of this, man. All right, sorry about that, guys. I had to walk off for a second. I had to stuff together. I was getting ready to, cause I gotta continue getting things ready for work. Let's see what we got here. What I missed. I agree that would be cool to see Cam in our division, the NFC East or the NFC Least, depending on how you look at it. I'm curious, as a Dallas Cowboys fan, would you like for them to, even though they have to give up a lot, would you like to see Dallas try to get Russell Wilson? Because I think he would help them a lot. And when it comes to draft picks, I don't necessarily have any faith that Jared Jones and his family would pick a good player up anyway. Go ahead and trade him. Get you Russell Wilson. Get You can get things together. I think that could could be a potentially a good move. He's staying in New England. I don't see him staying. Buccaneers going back to back. I don't know. It depends on who they pick up as free agents. The Bucks are in a situation, that we see a lot in the NBA, where we see like when Golden State was doing that thing, or what we see now with the Lakers, older players who have like a JJ Watt, who has like a couple years left. They be like, you know what, I want me a championship, so I'm gonna go and take less and join, you know, the teams to give me the best chance. So you can see, I'm curious to see what players get released and decide to take some money to go. He said Russell would help us. I agree, but we're going to tag Dak at least one more time. Is the model for Dak in Dallas? Yeah, that's probably what's going to happen. They're going to make sure they keep Dak for a year to see what he has. Brady on getting pushed next year. I'm curious to see with Brady, because it's going to happen. Brady's going to fall off. He's going to fall off fast because it's happened to every single person in the history of professional sports. The only person you could argue that it hadn't happened to, and he retired back before it did, because I think if he kept boxing, the people he's going against now who are coming up would beat him because of his age and how young they are, is Floyd Mayweather. Most people don't go out on top. Elway did. He wasn't the same. Manning went out winning a Super Bowl, but Manning was not the same quarterback during that season. He was struggling. Russell's gonna stay. Yeah, we don't go to at least the championship game. It's over with Dallas and Dak. They're finna get some linemen. Yeah, they definitely need some. Yeah, I can see that with Dak, man. We'll see how he comes back after that injury. But if they don't improve and do everything, I think it probably will be time to move on and try something different. The problem with Seattle is the defense. Um, I mean, that and the offensive line is not very good. I do think Russ is gonna stay in Seattle, but it's just stay on a couple more minutes. Man, how y'all doing today, man? We all this up on here talking about a main man, JJ Watt. He's trying to go to this team, the Arizona Cardinals, see can he find himself to a champion. Chiefs needs to make some moves defense wise. They do, but they also need to make sure they get that offensive line together. The defense did not play well in the Super Bowl, but the defense had been playing solid all year long prior to that. The offensive line is a big upgrade they need. Hopefully, in the draft, that's pretty much all they get. They need to draft at least 2 to 3 offensive linemen, in my opinion. But something we don't need to draft is Manscaped Refined Cologne. Yeah, man. There's some good stuff. Get that refined cologne. combined with that Lawnmower 3.0, you're gonna be good to go like Mario. I just decided I just saw him on my desk and I was like, man, I'm just gonna grab it and say it. But yeah, guys, JJ should have went to Cleveland. Yeah, that would have been naturally. That would have been that bad of a move either. JJ in Cleveland. You know, had he went to Cleveland, I probably would say the same things. Even though Cleveland was a lot better this year, I'm not sure I would. I'm not ready to call them a contending team. I'm not sure I can. Like, I'm not sure adding JJ Watt puts a team over the top into contention. If you understand what I'm saying, I don't think you add JJ and now because they got JJ, oh, they definitely gonna win. I think if you have a team that's almost already there, I think he can add to that and make them a contender. But I don't think he's not gonna take a team that we already don't think is a contender. He's not gonna take them to that next level. He's gonna take a team that's already at the level. He can take them a little bit beyond. Carson Wentz, I think he's in a good situation with the Colts. I mean, we saw what Phillip Rivers did there last year. He made the playoffs, and Phillip Rivers couldn't throw the ball worth of nothing near the end there. So I think Carson, as long as he stays healthy and don't, you know, make dumb decisions, I think he'll be okay in Arizona. So I think he'll be good there. I think that worked out about as good as it could for him. But, but yeah, man, I mean, we kind of needed this. We hadn't had really any good NFLs. I think it's gonna be an underdog this year. It could be. It could be a team come up and surprise everybody. I'm curious to see what happens with the Chiefs. I wonder if they're gonna have that Super Bowl loss hangover, especially how bad it was. I could see them not having a good year, at least not as good of a year as we are used to them having. So that could potentially happen, and they could struggle, and then we could potentially see somebody else rise up out of that AFC. I think the question is who in the AFC is ready to make that next step. Do I watch the NBA? Yeah, we got the NBA All Star game going on next Sunday, and they just putting everything together. They doing what would normally be All Star Saturday night. They doing that before the All Star game, and they doing a slam dunk contest at halftime. I sure think that's pretty good. I think that's a pretty smart idea by the NBA. So I think that's maybe too much for the Lakers. I would tell you what I told everybody else when the Harden trade went down. I'm not sold on James Harden and that team. I just don't think it's gonna work, especially when it comes to the playoffs time. I think the egos are gonna then get in the way. Because you know Harden's gonna dribble, 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 dribble. So I don't see them doing as good. But you never know, man. But it's gonna be interesting to see what happens with them. I, so it's gonna be tough to see. I think the Lakers are still in a good spot. I think they are eventually also gonna get DeMarcus Cousins back. Hopefully he can get healthy first and then come back. If I see his brother again, I ask him how he's feeling health wise. Because I see Demarcus cousin, Demarcus Cousins' brother like a lot. So OBJ said I heard about that a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago. He said that's probably best for him and the Browns to part ways. I don't necessarily agree with that. They need to start Montrezl Harrell over Marcus All. I wouldn't. I think part of the reason why Montrezl Harrell is so successful is him being a six man. So I personally would let him keep doing that. Because I think if you give him a more expanded role, I don't think his production is going to get any better. I think if anything, his production will go down. I think he's good in that spot. I don't know why they signed. I mean, he's an older guy, big man, still can pass. I get it. It makes sense. Him and Powell. He needs to be playing golf or something. That's hilarious. But all right, guys, I've gone over 30 minutes here, and I actually have to get some things together for work because, like I said, this news just broke. I wasn't really expecting it. Make sure that you go and like the channel, subscribe, and do all those different things. Check out. Also, make sure y'all go and check out Manscaped. Use that code JLB. Pick you up something nice and everything. And without further ado, guys, come on, man. What you doing? Podcast is coming soon. I was actually in here to do a little bit of it now. Well, today, when, back when this news broke, so I came on here and talked about the breaking news. But come on, man. What you doing? Podcast is coming soon. And it'll be on Apple and Google and all the big boys. Pumped up about that. Come on, man. What you doing? Y'all let me know too, because I got an idea about doing a come on, man. What you doing t-shirt. I had an idea about doing one. Let me know. Is that something you think you all would like? Come on, man. Brian Cage, is this fake? Is the news that JJ Watt going to Arizona fake? It's it's real. It's real, Brian. It's real. Oh, it's true. It's true. JJ Watt. JJ Watt. JJ Watt is an Arizona Cardinal. He's joining his boy DeAndre Hopkins, and they're gonna try to make them playoffs, man. They gonna try. Will they succeed? Who knows? I mean, also with that team, I was I want to make it seem like I was so down on the Cardinals, but I will say this: we'll see how much improvement in year three that Kyler Murray has. Because if he keeps raising the bar of his game, then they're gonna keep getting better. You know something? They would be fun if they go like 7-9. Yeah, that's that team could potentially go anywhere from I think 7, 8, 9. I don't see them getting 10 wins. Well, 7 to 10, I would say is the range for that team. Bad to good is I think where they'll be at. Bad is 7. Good would be 10. So I think they're a good. I think they're. It's gonna be interesting, man. But like I said, talk to you guys later. Until we meet again, peace and adios.